Hey guys, how's everybody doing today? I hope everybody's having a great day. Weather's been pretty good. You get a chance to get out and enjoy that. You already know it's Granna, so you know that means it's kitchen talk time. Okay, let's just hop into it. I want to say rest in peace to O.J. Simpson. He passed last week, and I really wasn't planning on having a whole conversation about him, but after his death, of course, everybody on social media start, putting their opinion out there and saying what they want, what they wanted to say. Okay, I saw a lot of negative talk about OJ. First of all, I don't know if he did what they say he did, killing his wife and her friend. Of course, that was the trial of the century, the whole driving behind the Bronco as it's barely moving on the interstate. And it was just a big thing. It was a big circus, okay? He was found not guilty. Everybody know that. And everyone had their opinion on whether he did it or didn't do it. So now, with him passing away, the subject, got brought up again, and people, are putting their opinion out there about it. Like I said, I don't know if he did or didn't. It was a terrible, terrible, terrible tragedy that happened to Nicole and her friend Ron Golden. It was terrible. And I had seen, because during that whole week, they was even re-showing the they have on TV that autopsy report. You can see an inside investigation and all that. And on that show, they was actually showing pictures of Nicole and Ron's body, how, tragic of a death it was for them, and, all the stab wounds and all that. It was terrible. I had to turn away a couple of times just watching that episode. So whoever done that to them, they're definitely going to pay for that. They're going to have to pay for that, because regardless of what was going on in her life between her and OJ or whatever, she did not deserve that at all. No one deserved their life to be taken away from them for any reason, and definitely not because of someone may have been jealous or feeling some kind of way. If OJ did it, then this is the time that he will have to answer for that. He's gonna have to really, and if he did it, I'm sure throughout his lifetime after that event, that tragic event, that his conscience was messing with him. It had to. Anyone, whoever it was, their conscience had to be messing with them, because it was so tragic. I mean, how could you live with that? So, if OJ did do it, then this is a time for his judgment. And regardless of how anyone felt about him or the situation, we're not supposed to judge people, first of all, but you can have your opinion about it. And, a lot of people on the social media was saying, well, that's what he did. He finally got what he deserved. Basically he deserved to die, because of what he did to Nicole and Ron. That's people's opinion. And the thing about it with social media these days, people can put that out there and not really, feel guilty or be held accountable or anything. It's sad when anyone died, because he still had children that loved him. He still had family members that loved and cared about him, and probably stood by him and supported him through that whole thing. And now that he's passed on, is really no need to keep on bringing up that tragic that happened to Nicole and Ron, because their family now is being rehatched, and their family is having to relive this and rehear this. Just like OJ family had to go through that, their families had to go through that, and their family been dealing with that emotionally ever since it happened. You know, all those years ago, that's something that they would never get past or get over, because, you know, this was their loved ones that were tragically taken away from them in the manner that they was. So, you know, it's not serving any purpose to bring it up and continue to, you know, to talk about it. You know, you can have your opinion about it. If OJ did it, then he would definitely answer for it, or has answered for it, because he passed away last week. You know, he is definitely being held accountable for in a way that none of us could ever hold him accountable for, regardless of how anyone felt about him. They could not hold him accountable for this in any form or fashion the way that he will be held accounted now that he's passed on. You know, but people are so harsh, so hard. And, you know, some of the stuff they were saying about him, it's just crazy. It's just really crazy. But, you know, whatever he's having to answer for, wherever he's at, whatever is going on with his soul right now, you know, it's pretty much a done deal. You know, it's a tragic. His family's now got to deal with his passing, and they feeling how they feeling, and bringing this up on social media is rehashing or reopening wounds from the victim's family, and they're having to relive this and go through those emotions again. It's just a bad situation for everybody. You know, it's terrible. You know, of course, we all had heard, like I said, heard about it, but when you sit down and you watch these pictures of them, of their lifeless body laying there, and they taking all those pictures, and now they have these pictures, and they're bringing them out and talking about them on different series on the TV, and they're showing, you know, Nicole especially, because they most, you know, the pictures I saw of Nicole, it's just really sad, because at the time, you know, this was a young woman that still had children that she needed to be here for, and just for herself and her family, you know, for her life to be taken so terribly. It's a sad situation. But me being the person I am, I'm still gonna say, you know, rest in peace to him. Because it's not my place to judge or not judge. And like I say, even my judgment, it's not going to do anything to him. I can go around, you know, all these years feeling some kind of way, or disliking this man that I never knew, as I do with anyone that did this, or this happened to someone that they say he did this to. But, you know, my opinion or anyone's opinion is not going to make a difference. It's not gonna hold him accountable at all. It's just sad. It's just really sad. You know, he had so much going for him before all that happened, and with him being any form involvement or anything around that situation, you know, he was all that was scripted from him. So that was one way of him being held responsible or whatever, but nothing that anyone did to him was going to change the situation or even fully hold him accountable. You know, it's just was a sad situation. And, you know, regardless of whatever any of us do in this life here on this earth, we all have to be held accountable to all of it. You know, some going to be more extreme accountability than others. You know, it depends on the life that we lived and how we went through that life and what we did. I mean, you're going to be held accountable if you just told a lie. It's going to be still accountability there when you get to that other side and when you pass on. So, yeah, I you know, like I said, I watched it and I read the different comments on social media, and I never respond to anything like that. You know, it was very sad and really touched my heart when I saw that report that was on TV. That touched me because up until that point, I had never seen any of the photos of Nicole's lifeless body. You know, what she went through during that time, and there was nothing she could do to save herself and also run. So yeah. So my, you know, I still have, you know, my thoughts and prayers is definitely still with their families, because like I said, they're having to relive this and read. I'm sure they see some of this stuff that people are putting out there on social media, so they're gonna have to, you know, kind of in some sense or form kind of relive some of that and deal with those emotions again, because like I said, people are not even being sympathetic to those to her families and Ron family, to being sympathetic that they putting this stuff out here on social media, and they're reading it or hearing about it or seeing it on the TV, and they're having to see that. Because I mean, I'm pretty sure that they probably got to see those photos, and they saw their family members' bodies, but having to rehash all that stuff up, because it takes years and years, and some people up until the day they pass on, they never get completely okay with that. They never, you know, it's a everyday struggle to deal with that and stuff. So you know, my condolence goes out to O.J. Simpson family, his children's, his family, all his family members, and then I also have sympathetic for Nicole's family and Ron's family for just having to, you know, go through that again because of the passing of O.J. You know, so yeah, I just wanted to just throw it out there and tell you what I thought about it. Like I said, I'm not here for judgment one way or the other, because we are not the ultimate judge of anyone's life or actions. We're not. And what we think or how badly we want to hold someone accountable, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We can sentence someone, even a judge or whatever, can sentence someone to a crime, and you know what they feel is fit for the punishment, but that's not that person's last judgment or being held accountable. You know. So yeah, all right. So you guys, you know, as you go about your day, be kind to everyone. You know, get out, enjoy this great weather, and just you know, live the best life, and try to, you know, think about some of the decisions that you make as you go through your day, and just be kind. Okay. All right. Granna's gonna check you guys out next time around.